Salute, salute, and welcome to Wild Country Daily Adventures. This is from the New York Post. Vast fraud of Somalia migrants started with Ilhan Omar finally being exposed. So let's find out what they're being exposed for. This week, federal officials made an astounding announcement. Nearly half of all immigrants in greater Minneapolis were found to have committed some form of immigration fraud. Like we already haven't known that. They go on to say the fraud uncovered in a September sweep came in all kinds: sham marriages, fake death certificates, and other bizarre schemes. As U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service Director Joseph Edley put it. So, my question is, we all knew that there was fraud, and we all knew that there was things going on that wasn't right. They would come in with fake passports. They would come in with some of them would come across with no passports at all. We witnessed and seen some of the not so good things that were going on when they were coming across the border in Texas and Arizona and California, where all the border is. They go on to say, but the revelation was no great surprise to those of us who have followed the settlement of some 100,000 Somali immigrants in Minnesota over the past 3 decades. They go on to say, as far back as 2008, the State Department temporarily suspended one of the family reunification programs used by Somali immigrants when DNA testing of applicants found that 80% of all its claimed family relationships were fake. They say immigration fraud in this community has been the norm. They go on to say when it comes to bizarre schemes, Rep. Omar serves as Exhibit A. They say Omar is accused of and has never credibly denied marrying her brother to get him legal papers. Whoa, pause. Marrying your brother? See? Back when I did that video on the Whitakers, I said about incest. Well, incest ain't too far off to... Back in the old days, incest was like, wow, that was something new. Now, it's more and more common, is what I'm saying. They go on to say, in 2016, following a tip posted on a local Somali discussion board, I found that Omar, in a first-time candidate for the Minnesota State Legislature, had religiously married, but not legally married, Ahmed Hersha, the father of her children. They go on to say, however, records showed that in 2009 she had legally married Ahmad Nursad Alma, a man identified as her brother by Somalians, on the discussion board. They go on to say Omar was still married to Alma as she campaigned for state office in 2016, although her website made no mention of him and touted as her husband. It appeared that Omar had married her brother for some fraudulent purpose. And she's not the only one that does that. There's plenty of women in the U.S. that do that. They marry people just to get their green cards, their citizenship. I've heard of that. I've heard of women doing that. So that's nothing new. Should it be going on? No. Just like with any other thing that you get assistance for. You should not be frauding out whatever that assistant program is. If it's to help you get something to be a legal citizenship, or if it helps you to get more money, whatever the circumstance is, you just don't do that. As if it to put in, because it will catch up. It will catch up to you. It might not catch up to you at once, but it will eventually catch up. Now, I'm going to put the rest of this link in the description below, so make sure you click the link to go over this more. Let me know your comments. Let me know your opinion. Let me know what you're thinking. Do you think this is good that she got exposed? Do you think it's good that everything's catching up to all these politicians that are getting caught with trafficking, with fraud, with spending money that they don't need to? Everything's catching up to these crooked politicians. Everything. It may have not happened at first, but now more and more, as we develop our research and get better with our research and find out new things through our research is starting to bring out more and more politicians to the limelight, to the spotlight. And that's what true journalism is. So shout out to all independent journalism getting this information out. Peace and blessings to everyone. I will have another video uploaded before the end of the day, so make sure your bell notification is rung. That way you know when I upload a video or go live. Peace out.